Any team shooting over 70% is going to cause their opponents problems if they can keep it up. And that's something we can look for. Plymouth-Whitemarsh keeps shooting at this clip. Norristown certainly is going to have to increase the tempo of their defense and do something. Coach Cresswell has already come out of his man-to-man and moved to the press to try to upset Plymouth-Whitemarsh and get them out of their pattern.
Marinello has 7 points already for Plymouth-Whitemarsh in the first quarter.
Johnson from outside off the rim. Thompson on the rebound. Good move underneath. Jeff Thompson on the rebound. Plymouth-Whitemarsh 20, Norristown 15. Bell moving the ball up slowly, handling, moving against Johnson. Norristown is back in their man-to-man. King. Ball is leading from outside, and Plymouth-Whitemarsh certainly is not pulling up. Mike Evans on the drive, and there is a goaltending call against Norristown. And number 34, Jeff Thomas, enters the Norristown lineup, replacing Mike Evans. Norristown is falling back now and is picking up the Colonials at half court. Flowers this time is on Bell, and he's going to have to play Bell all over because Bell is a good shooter. Ball underneath, stolen by Johnson on the play. Flowers on the move up court. Flowers driving. Nice pass to Jeff Thomas. Ball blocked by Keith Green. Up court to Marinello. Marinello on the drive, scores. And it's the Colonials by 8. Flowers back to the Eagles. Over to Johnson. Steal by the Colonials. Nice play by Bell. And it's Marinello handling the ball. Gets it in the hands of Bell. Bell moving up. The long jumper. In and out. And he has not missed very many. Derek Plum, who got the rebound, missed it. Johnson moving the other way. Stops. And the jumper is good. And it's 25-19 in favor of PW with 6 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half. Bell. Outside to Green, he's way off. King gets the rebound. And he's fouled underneath.
PW seems to think they can rebound with Norristown. They're not afraid to put the ball up there. If they get within 12 feet of the basket, somebody's shooting.
They're doing a very good job with it, holding her on. And again, both coaches said before the game that one of the keys would be in the rebounding. And we've seen so far that Plymouth-Whitemarsh is able to hold his own. Coach Stofka was very worried about this. Forrest King hits the first of 2. For Norristown, Mike Evans has come back in and replaced Priest Ramsey. King ready. Second shot is up. No good, off the back of the rim, but high in the air goes Carl Moore to pick up the rebound. Shot goes in and out. And it's Johnson on the board. Up to Flowers. There's the transition game again. Flowers with a long jump off the rim. And it's Brad Bell. High for the rebound. Quick release. Marinello in the corner. Slows it up. Goes to number 31, Fisher, who is off. And it's the Eagles on the rebound with the ball in Johnson's hand. All the way. Blocked by Fisher. And it's a jump ball. Plymouth-Whitemarsh has sealed off that inside. Norristown simply is having a very difficult time. Someone is going to have to pull up and throw that jumper to try to open up that defense.
Yeah, with Ken Cole missing this year, someone's got to take over for him.
So far, that has not happened. Long jumper by King is being waved off, and it is an offensive goaltending call against Plymouth-Whitemarsh. Score remains 26-19 in favor of Plymouth-Whitemarsh. Thomas into the corner of Johnson, underneath to Thomas, on the move, ball up for Jeff Thomas. And that time he moved from one side of the basket to the other to get the score. And that's what they may have to do. DW is throwing him off pretty well. Bell on the move. Flowers is playing him on the outside. Ball underneath to Moore.
But even on Norristown's last possession, even when they got the ball underneath, the rest of the team just watched. Nobody went for the basket, for the rebound. They just watched to let one man shoot, with everyone else just being a bystander.
The last foul was on Norristown's Jeff Michael Evans, which was his second. And Norristown certainly can't afford to lose one of their key players underneath. That would really hurt them. It's Carl Moore shooting the 1-and-1 for PW. First shot is up, no good, off the side. And it's Jeff Thompson on the rebound for Norristown. In the hands of Flowers, he moves up quickly. PW still playing in their zone. Looks like it's a 2-3 now. He's been very effective so far. There goes the ball underneath. Thompson. The foul is on Taurus King. As he tried to reach Thompson underneath with the ball going up.
What's the total rebound?
It's a timeout, Plymouth-Whitemarsh. 4 minutes and 39 seconds left in the first half. The score.
He's got 8 of the 10.
Plymouth-Whitemarsh 26, Norristown 21. Eagles are hanging tough, but they certainly have not been shooting well. And Plymouth-Whitemarsh has made it very tough for Norristown to get underneath.
Surprisingly, the rebound situation is fairly close. Plymouth-Whitemarsh has 11, Norristown has 10.
We'll have to see whether Norristown can begin to crash those offensive boards. So far, they've only been getting one shot. Plymouth-Whitemarsh has been doing a much better job on the offensive boards. If the Eagles continue to allow the Colonials to control the boards, to get the rebounds, they're going to have a very tough time coming back into this game. Somebody has got to start taking over for Norristown and start shooting. Dan Harrell has come into the lineup for the Eagles. There's Flowers from Johnson, Harrell.
Well, Harrell, it's very little playing time last year. I don't know, maybe Cresswell saw something in practice, or he's just looking for a combination that's going to get the team moving.
Jeff Thompson shooting one for Norristown. First one up and good. And that closes the margin to 4 points. Norristown certainly has to take advantage of all of their foul shots because their other shooting has been really off so far in the first half. Thompson makes the second, closes the margin to 3. Taurus King handling the ball into the hands of Brad Bell. Flowers, once again, outside on Bell, moving out, trying to keep him pretty far out and forcing him away from that 3-point range. It's King on the drive. Blocked underneath, but Blum recovers for PW, feeds out to Marinello. Marinello to Bell. There's a shot from the corner, no good. And Norristown, Johnson, up the Flowers. There goes underneath. Oh, hits the rim. Thompson is hurt. He's up, he's coming down. Plymouth-Whitemarsh has 5 men against 3, but they're moving the ball around. Finally, Marinello shoots, misses, and it's Thompson. Thompson is hurt. Norristown moving, Flowers, and Norristown calls timeout. I think what happened is Thompson hit the rim on the other side. He was trying to get the alley-oop pass going, and I think he held his elbow on the rim.
He may have. I was surprised when Plymouth-Whitemarsh had 5 on 3. The man takes a 12-foot jump shot instead of getting the ball underneath.
Now, you can't pass up too many opportunities like that in a game like this. We certainly have to say, I think, Frank, that play is a little bit sloppy at this time. Again, that's not unexpected at this early in the year.
Well, if you couldn't see the score, you would think Plymouth-Whitemarsh would have a bigger lead. But surprisingly, they've been putting the ball in from the field, but their foul shooting hasn't been that good. Norristown's foul shooting is keeping them in the game. And the lack of good foul shooting on the part of PW is keeping the score close.
Okay, Norristown inbounding with 3 minutes and 47 seconds left in the first half. And Johnson handling the ball on the outside. Okay. Moves over to Thompson, into the corner to Flowers. Flowers, 2 men on him. Feeds back out to Johnson, back to Flowers in the corner. Back to Johnson at the top of the key. Outside beyond the 3-point line. Flowers with a 3-pointer. Off the front of the rim. Rebound controlled by Taurus King, and he has done a good job on the boards tonight. Marinello out to Bell. Bell setting up. He runs their offense. Good shooter, good passer. Marinello on the move. Marinello on the drive underneath, and that's 11 points for Mike Marinello as he leads both teams in scoring. Burrell outside of Johnson over to Thompson with a long jumper off the rim. This time it's Ramsey on the rebound. Moves in, shoots, no good. Ramsey battling. Ball in the hands of Bell, but there's a foul on Plymouth-Whitemarsh, number 51, Derek Long. I think that's the first time that Norristown has really battled off those offensive boards and managed to get 3 shots up.
I'm really impressed with the way Plymouth-Whitemarsh is operating offensively. They bring the ball down slow, deliberately. The quarterback calls a play, and they run the play.
Reese Ramsey missed. Bell on the drive, stripped by Flowers. And that time Bell had a sure two. Flowers reached them from behind and stripped them of the ball. Out of bounds will be Colonial's basketball underneath their own offensive boards. Marinello to trigger the inbound. Feed goes to Bell in the corner. Johnson steals the ball. Long pass up course to Flowers. What a great play by Howard Flowers. Colonial's coming in for the steal. Flowers tapped it over to Ramsey going in for the 2.
Well, that's what Flowers was doing at the end of last season. He just has a knack. It's like he's got eyes in the back of his head.
Taurus King just picked up his 3rd foul for Plymouth-Whitemarsh. He has 6 points, and he's played a strong rebounding game, so that would be something to watch as this game unfolds. Ramsey's shooting. First one is up and good. And Norristown must hit their foul shots if they are to get back in this game. A 4-point deficit now as Ramsey gets ready for a second. Ball is up. Good. 28 to 25. And Plymouth-Whitemarsh has managed to maintain this 3-point lead for much of the first half. Foul on Harrell. Norristown once again playing their pressure defense. Picking the Colonials up all over the court.
Well, that was a pointless foul, Jim. It just accomplishes nothing. Gives them a shot from the foul line.
I think they're going to have a very hard time handling Bell in that one, and just one man trying to play him on that situation. He's a very good ball handler. And they're just asking for foul trouble. Bell hits nothing but net as he makes the first one. And increases the Colonial margin to 4. Kurt Lever comes into the Norristown lineup, replacing Harrell. And Coach Cresswell keeps substituting, trying to find a proper margin. Bradball makes 2, he's now got 9 points, and once again it's a 5-point lead for the Colonial. Flower on the right side, tries to force the ball inside, off the foot of Bell, outside to Johnson. Johnson in, over to Flowers, Flowers with a 3-pointer, and he's got it. Howard Flowers, nothing but climb. And it's a 2-point lead for Plymouth-Whitemarsh. And that's exactly what Norristown, the Eagles, are going to have to do. They're going to get back into this ball game. There goes a pass from Marinello. Stole by Lever, over to Johnson. Johnson moving the ball up court. Tries in. Foul. Foul for the 3. No. Big rebound by Keith Green. Gets it in the hands of Marinello. Marinello to Blum. Loses the ball out of bounds. Eagles ball moving up court. Flowers on the dribble. Over to Johnson in the corner. Looks across court, finds Jeff Thompson. Thompson on the drive. Blocked by Fisher. Marinello on the baseline. No. Thompson on a big rebound. Gives over to Johnson. The action moves from one side to the other. Johnson on the dribble. Slowing things down for the Eagles. To Thompson. Flowers on the drive. What a pass. Reese Ramsey. tied up at 30. Howard Flowers moving on the baseline with a sweet feed back to Priest Ramsey.
Well, the last couple minutes has looked more like the typical Norristown team. And it was kind of like Lever started it all.
Ball in the hands of Bell. Bell to Blum on the outside for 3. Air ball, doesn't hit a thing. Norristown in Flowers. And Coach Cresswell does not want them to slow it down. He told them to get the ball up and move it. Johnson to Flowers. Now they're slowing down on the outside. 30 seconds left in the half. Over to Thompson. Thompson outside of Flowers, and it looks as though they have settled in to try to get the last shot. And frankly, the way that they have been shooting tonight, they'll be happy to get out of here with a tie. Johnson on the dribble. Johnson on the move. On the drive, up the left hand, no good. On the rebound. And he scores.
And I don't know if you noticed, Jim, on that score, 4 Norristown players stood in the same spot watching Binky Johnson dribble the ball around, play his man as if they were watching a one-on-one game. When he got inside under the basket, they still stood there. When he was going up, they didn't move toward the basket in case there was a rebound.
Johnson getting ready for the one shot. Norristown is up by 2 with 7 seconds left. And Johnson makes the foul shot with 9 points. Here comes the corners. Ball knocked out of bounds by Kurt Lever. There are 5 seconds left. Plymouth-Whitemarsh to inbound right in front of our site here. It's Blum on the throw-in into the hands of Bell. Bell on the move. Driving the lane. Stops for a jumper. It's no good. And that's the buzzer. It's halftime. It's Norristown Eagles 33 and the Plymouth-Whitemarsh Colonials 30.
Kurt Lever seemed to somehow pick up the pace of the team. I don't know how he did it, but he came in there, he made a steal, he hustled like crazy on defense.
Go back to give you some of the scoring totals at the end of the first half. Norristown Eagles, after trailing for almost the entire first half, come back to take a 3-point lead, 33-30. Scoring for Plymouth-Whitemarsh, Brad Bell had 9 points, Mike Marinello with 11. They are the leaders. Horace King chipped in with 6. Paul Fisher, Paul Moore both at 2 points. In foul trouble is Horace King with 3 fouls. And that's something to look for as we move into the second half. He's been one of their big rebounders, and if they were to miss him, I'm sure it would make a difference. For Norristown, Mike Evans has 4. Jeff Thompson has 8. Bruce Ramsey with 6. Binky Johnson is the high scorer with 9. And Howard Flowers chipped in with 6 and seemed to come on with the 3-pointers at the end of the first half. And that's something else that is going to be needed. The only person in foul trouble